Let's talk about a finance book that is great for beginners but also entertaining enough if you're just starting reading like me. Finance books can seem intimidating or boring if you're just starting out, and that is normal. But this book takes finance lessons and storytelling and gives you The Smart Money Woman by Arese Ugwu. Just to point out, I do not think that finance books are boring, and that is why at the end of this video I'm going to be giving you 3 other finance books that I think you should absolutely read if you just started out to finance. That being said, let's get into 4 reasons you as a beginner should read The Smart Money Woman by Arese Ugwu. Smart Money Woman is a book that follows the lives of 5 young women, Zuri, Ladun, Lara, Adesuwa, and Tammy, with 5 different financial and life situations. And Arese Ugwu teaches you and I financial lessons using their 5 different situations, which brings me to my second point. Due to the fact that there are 5 different characters with 5 different financial situations requiring different financial solutions, there are a bunch of us that can learn from the same book. Let's break it down. Zuri is a single woman making good money, supporting no one other than herself, and somehow still manages to run out of money and into debt before the end of the month. Lara is also single, makes even better money than Zuri does, but supports her entire family and still manages to save some money. Ladu is married, she doesn't work, she has a rich husband that treats her well and gives her an allowance. Fourthly, we have Adesuwa. Adesuwa, she works, she's married with a kid, and she's married to a deadbeat, so she supports her entire family. Tammy is single, she is from a wealthy family, and she runs her business like it's a hobby, spending her father's money without even giving it a second thought. She's living the best life of all 5 of them, in my opinion. This simply means that I, Zuri, and you, Eladu, can read the same book and get financial solutions to our separate problems. Or I, Tammy, and you and Adesuwa can read Smart Money Woman and get financial solutions to our problems. Look, one book cannot fit everybody's financial situation, but this one tried. Every chapter in this book is a step or a stage in the financial journey. Let's take a look at this. 1 is being broke, 2 is money fears, 3 is where the money going, 4 is dealing with debt. Most people's financial journeys start with being broke, and then the fear of money hits, because learning about finances can be a bit scary, and that, like I said, is okay. Then you ask yourself the question, where is my money even going? Once you figure that out, you deal with your debt that you most likely have. It's not a crime. It's not a crime. From there, you move on to probably set an emergency fund, and that is every chapter of the book chronologically. It goes on and on and on. So chapter 1 talks about being broke, chapter 2 talks about, having fears of money, and it just goes on and on like that. So every chapter you are in is like, oh yeah, this is the next thing you do after doing that, and the next thing you do after doing that. I just like that. I really like it. I like it. I like the fact that every chapter deals with a stage in the financial journey. I love it. And my last reason you should read The Smart Money Woman, even as a guy, is that it is short. Now that I think about it, it might not actually be that short. Or maybe I just got caught up in the story so much that I finished the book in a day. That has never happened before. Or maybe I was just looking for money that much, like my mother said. But either way, find out when you read the book and maybe let me know. Financial books that I recommend you read as a beginner in finance. 1. Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. He talks about finance and money as more of a mind game than just a numbers game. I absolutely recommend this book because it kind of shifts the way you look at money and finances, and look at it more as just it has to do with my psychology and how I think of money, and not just numbers, because numbers can be scary. Another book I absolutely recommend is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, the major reason I read this book is because a creator said that she read the book and started a business. Yeah, so I recommend it a lot. This is a book that people talk about, but I feel like people should talk about more in the financial space because it is like an OG finance book. I'm talking ancient wisdom type book. And that book is The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. Look, this might seem contradictory because this video is about a completely different financial book. But if there is one finance book, like in your entire life, if you only read one finance book in your entire life, let it be Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason, because it it's given the book of Proverbs. It's very interesting, it's very beginner friendly, and you would love it because I loved it. And that was the first financial book I ever read. I am currently reading Smart Money Tribe by Arese Ugwu. It is sort of a continuation of Smart Money Woman, taking you deeper into financial lessons. You guys let me know if you want a separate video of that and I will get to it. For now, I have been Peace. I will see you in the next one. Bye.